We got birds gobbling in every different direction again this morning. This place is pretty insane. But I'm going to chase a couple of them that are kind of back down where Dean and I originally hunted opening day. And it sounds like there's a few of them. Go see if I can coax them in to the path down here. Beautiful morning again. Another beautiful morning. He knows I'm here. He knows I'm here. He's just got to cut the distance. And hopefully see the decoys. This bird is, I mean, probably within 120 to 150 yards. He's got to be right at the edge of that field, and he is just gobbling like crazy into the woods, trying to get the hen, me, to come to him. I'm trying to be patient, see if I can wait him out, and he's right there. But there's multiple different birds around as well. The woods kind of lit up again this morning. There's a lot of gobblers in a lot of different places, which is good. I'm just praying that that dude wants to come off that field and gets too anxious. Has to come check it out. I don't want to get too call crazy. Come on, dude. Come on. He's right at the edge of that field, just gobbling like crazy. He's facing me too. He's basically telling me, come to me. You gotta wait him out. Thinking he's alone, I just don't feel like he'd be gobbling as much if there was hens with him. That bird gobbled for, it's almost 8:15. That bird gobbled since 6:15, 6 o'clock. No, earlier than that. I got here 5:45. He was gobbling right when I got here, so he gobbled for about 2.5 hours. There was multiple birds, but this is where I'm at. The blue dot, you can see where I'm at. That field, that brown field, is where these birds were. It sounded like where they were strutting and gobbling down there. And it seemed like he got to the back corner, literally the closest corner of that field to me, and he was gobbling down there for probably an hour. And every once in a while I'd give him a couple calls back, but he would answer it, he would cut me off, so I just tried to stay quiet. And I was doing some light purrs. I was scratching the ground, acting like, you know, a hen was scratching and feeding up here. And man, he just would not commit. He would not come up over the hill from that field. So I think I'm gonna pack up here, and I'm gonna go sit back up front for maybe an hour or so. Definitely an eventful morning. It was definitely a morning that I needed. The encouragement is back to an all-time high. I mean, I had to have heard 6, maybe 7 different gobblers this morning. There was 2 up front originally. There was 2 back here, and then at one point I could hear 4 different birds. There was one here, one way over there, and one deep. And then after all that commotion, I definitely heard another bird come from deep and work its way this way. I mean, for sure 6, if not 7 different gobblers. And that's just reassuring. I mean, these birds are going to be shifting around as this foliage pops to full foliage. They're going to be shifting around their roosting spots and stuff, so it's exciting. It's very, very exciting. But let's go pack these decoys up, make a move up front, and who knows, maybe we'll be able to scratch something up there. Fun morning though, just grateful to be out here. There's a bird going off right now. I got him fired up. I feel like he's making his way this way. All he needs to do is circle around back here and see these decoys. Yeah, he's coming. He's coming. So I called that gobbler in. He crossed the driveway. I caught him crossing up front. He's with 2 hens, but he shut up midway coming back here. And that's why. Oh man, well you guys, another day and no turkeys. I appreciate y'all following along with me. I know this is probably not the most glamorous turkey hunting. It's not the most high action, high impact turkey hunting, but I'm trying. I'm learning this property, I'm learning the birds, and I'm still learning turkey hunting in itself. I mean, I'm not a good turkey caller. Let's just call it what it is. I'm not.
I ain't afraid to say it, but I ain't. I'm trying to learn to speak the language, not get too aggressive, but get aggressive enough, and there's a fine line, and it's just, yeah, it's a lot to learn, and I'm in the middle of it. I felt good about today. I felt like there was, first of all, there was a lot more birds in the area than originally thought, especially after 4 or 5 of them getting shot in the first week of the season. I felt like I spoke the language a little bit better today. Got that final bird fired up at like 9 o'clock. Called him in from a long, long way away, and I don't know if he caught up with the 2 hens along the way or if he found them right when he got here, but I caught a glimpse of him slipping, and then I watched him strut with the 2 hens for a while. I called to him a few times, but he no answer. He was he had what he wanted and needed. But about 11 o'clock, I gave it another 4.5, almost 5 hours again today. Well, no, at least 5 hours again today, and yeah, look forward to doing it again tomorrow. One of these days, we're gonna slam one. One of these days, baby.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I heard a bird pop off far, like where we started yesterday morning, so I think that's where I'm just gonna go to early. I can always come back up here, try and get something fired up mid-morning, but I'm gonna go after the bird that we know is there, and we gotta make a move. So without further ado, let's go. Kind of sounds like this damn bird is still in the tree. He's definitely gobbling in one spot. If he's not. Oh, there's another one that just fired up. Come on, Tommy. Try to get one of these birds fired up back here. And you're waiting, and you're waiting, and you're waiting. This one is not being very responsive to the call, so there's certain yelps I'll make. He'll answer like a handful of seconds after, but he never like cuts me off. And my cuts, my clucks, my purrs, nothing has gotten him like fired up where he's just gobbling multiple times. So that can be a very difficult bird to call in. I have a difficult time calling in birds regardless, but that's a tough bird to call in because he's not like, then again, he's not like all out like fired, like I gotta get in there and go chase that call around. He's likely with a hen. Alright, you guys, I'm heading back up front. And I just heard him gobble up there. So that's a good sign. This bird, given that it's the same one, he typically fires up 8:30, 9 o'clock again. He was not really fired up in the roost this morning, but yesterday I got him fired up around the same time and ended up calling him into 2 hens, and he went quiet after that. I watched him for a little bit from afar, but I could not call him off of those 2 hens. So you never know, maybe he's getting fired up and maybe we'll get lucky this mid-morning. I just heard a bird gobble, so I dipped into the blind right by the truck. It's gotta be back there now. Anyway, I'm trying to seek permission on another piece close to here. So I was planning on writing a letter and putting it in the guy's mailbox. I'm gonna write this letter in the blind because I might as well be ready to shoot something. You know what I mean? That bird's fired up again. There's another one down there that's fired up. This is insane. You guys, this is insane. I just call the bird in. But I saw something. I just call the bird in right behind me. I'm sitting up against this fence. He was in the field within 10 yards of me, putting, looking for the hen, just wanting to know where she was. He walked the whole length of the fence all the way down, putting, doing the same thing. He got to the end. I hit him with a couple soft calls. He fired up again. And then I watched him start walking into the field kind of away from me. So I hit him with a call again. He fired up. He turned around and he came back. Started coming back this way. And then all of a sudden, he jumped and he flew over the fence. Problem is, when he did that, he flew into the middle of the property. And then I heard a distant gobble down into the middle of the property, and it seemed like he was almost looping his way back around. But they're still gobbling, multiple birds still gobbling. It's 12:30. It's going on 1 o'clock. I've been here since 5. Like, it is ridiculous. I mean, I call them literally right to me, literally within 10 yards of me, and he was going nuts trying to figure out where I was. And I've got so much good cover on this fence line that he couldn't figure it out. I didn't get any footage on the camera. I had this GoPro running in front of me, but that's been it, because I didn't want to move. I was hoping that he would jump across and see the decoy and want to come over here, but he eventually did that. He just flew into the middle of the property. I can't, honestly, I can't believe that he did that. But my goodness, I mean, you can't get closer. You can't get closer without killing a bird. It's been so many freaking times. I've seen multiple birds today. Literally haven't been able to get a lick of footage of the birds. And I've been within range for sure of one of them, close to the other one. But this is insane. Absolutely insane. It's almost 1 o'clock. Damn near been a full work day. And I need to go figure my shit out, but man, what a season so far, you guys. I'm sorry for the lack of footage. I'm sorry for the lack of birds down. But man, every day I've had a close call out here. Every single day. So and there's a bird gobbling right there. But we are off. We'll catch up with one of them at some point. I could tell you that. We ain't giving up, that's for sure. But appreciate y'all hanging out with me, running and gunning a little bit today, and hopefully tomorrow's a new day, better day, closer birds, get a shot. I don't know, I'm hungry. I would like a cutlet sangi one of these days, but just grateful to be out here, that's for sure. Grateful to be here. See y'all in the morning. We're on the 10 to noon shift. It's about 10:30, and I got out of the truck, and this bird is already gobbling in the neighbor's field, not too far away. So I got the decoys set up. I'm going with Old Faithful here. He heard it, and he's far. I definitely aroused him a little. How much? I guess time will tell. But I set a hen decoy out towards the truck more, because where he crosses into the yard, it's kind of a dip down low. You can't really see it. So Dean actually concocted that master plan based on us. Oh, there's a bird right there. Man, you guys, this is a turkey hunter's paradise, and this is also turkey torture for me. I mean, for the second time in a row, I literally called, had to be the same bird and another one into gun barrel distance between this, on the other side of this fence. I caught him walking right as I was setting up. I caught him walking because I had made a couple calls out there, and he gobbled both times I called out there, like literally right off the rip. And I caught his red head all the way on the other side of the neighbor's field, working his way up this way, and then he stopped. He was trying to figure it out, and he started walking back away. So I got a little fired up on the call in here again, and lo and behold, here he comes. Now he's like redhead and really looking, walks all the way to where I couldn't see him anymore in the corner, and then all of a sudden he shows up at like 15 yards right on the fence. I have no idea how he didn't see. He had to have seen the decoy walking next to the fence right there, and then he started putting again right here. And when he did that, I noticed there was another freaking gobbler literally right behind me, and they just walked the edge of this other fence behind me down straight away. The one gobbler looked like he went into the adjacent field over here, and the other one walked over the hill. But my goodness, I mean, you know, in one breath, I'm proud of myself because I'm learning how to speak the language. You literally couldn't have called a turkey much closer, literally 2 days in a row at 11:30. But my gosh, this is torturous. Like, I just want to get a freaking shot at one of these birds. The wind is starting to pick up now, so I'm trying to figure out what makes the most sense to do. I'm not going to call for a little bit, but I keep going out and peeking down the driveway. I also, Uncle Jay made this from the turkey that I got last year, so I brought it with me just in case I need to flash the fan at him a little bit and coax him in. But I didn't have time, nor could I make any movements when they were right behind me right here. But my goodness, this is insane. It's literally freaking insane. I mean, how many like scenarios, how many birds in range, how many times trips down here until this all comes together. This is nuts. But I'm gonna keep on keeping on. Gaining on noon. And now it's windy, so I don't know what's gonna happen, but we may have to make some adjustments here soon. Oh yeah, and I didn't get any footage of those birds either, because, well, how could you in that scenario? These birds will wear you thin. All right. Well, unfortunately, that is all she wrote for me today. You know, these birdies will take years off your life when you're trying to take theirs, and shit ain't really working. I mean, it worked today, no doubt about it. I could have literally poked the one through this fence with my gun barrel, and who knows how close the other one was right behind me, because I didn't see him until they got a little bit farther back. But call them literally right here. Just, there's a fence right here, and for the second hunt in a row, that fence has stopped the gobblers from coming out in front of me. You know, you win some, you lose some. Right now, we're losing a lot more than we're winning, but we ain't gonna give up. That ain't in our nature. So, this property is amazing and extremely frustrating all in one. But I've said it before, and I will say it again. I am determined to make shit happen. I am determined to make shit happen. I will kill a bird on this property prior to the season coming to a close. That I can and I will promise you right now.